Yep, so my mic was muted the entire time on that restart. That's lovely. We love it. But it's fine. It's okay. We're fun. Squidge on the inside. Midas in the middle. True at the top. They're 3 abreast as they exit 4. Kings and Ozos also stalking behind Squidge and Midas and True. All of them just trying to get as much momentum as they can right now here at the track. Daytona has been known for carnage, known for chaos. Here comes Ozos. Is he going to force it 4 wide? He is! They're going to go 4 wide into 3. Ozos forces it. Boo goes up in, flying over into the grass. And that is going to bring out a caution. It has to be, right? No? Okay, no caution. Yep, caution. Knew it. Called it. Our green flag, again, is back out here at Daytona International Speedway. And right now, it is Midas comfortably leading the pack here. Here comes King to the bottom of the racetrack. Ozos at the top as well. The Atomics has scored. They're going to go 3 wide into 3. between Kings, Atomics, and Oza. Someone has to make a move. Squad goes wide, up into the wall. Drew makes a little contact. They keep it going. Green and clean right now. And Ozos goes into the wall. He gets a bumper glitch. 60 laps to go at Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 500. Atomics trying to just scoot through the middle. But here comes Verstappen as well at the bottom. 3 wide still. Down the back stretch they go. Osos gets a bumper glitch as well. Not ideal at all. Shork making some contact with Boo on the inside. King's comfortably leading here over Verstappen and Atomics. Boo gonna force his way through the grass of the apron. What a move from Boo. Boo is still at the bottom on Verstappen. This could be absolute chaos if Verstappen doesn't lift, and he does. Wow. Verstappen really could have caused an absolute chaotic wreck right there. The big one at Daytona. And Short gets a bumper glitch. You know, you're going to hear that a lot here at Daytona, or any other track for that matter. This is Fortnite after all. The car models are not the best, that's for sure. But they're the best you possibly can get here in this game. So you can see the packs right now. It is Kings, Ozos, Boo battling for the lead right now as they go down the backstretch. A great battle, in fact, as Kings goes to the bottom. And it's Ozos through the middle is going to take the lead here at Daytona. What a move from Ozos, who, of course, raced in the last one for the Nationwide Series, and just unfortunate circumstances for him. But right now, he's doing a great job trying to make that middle line stick. It's really hard to make it stick when you got Boo at the top and Kings at the bottom. They have been battling for the lead. Boo! I don't know what he just did, but for some reason he just went down. And they changed lanes. It was so weird. It didn't even matter, really. Boo's going to lead, but here comes Ozos at the top of the track again. Ozos at the top, Boo at the bottom. I've been saying Boo at the bottom a lot because he loves that apron. At this point, B is for bottom. Boo is for bottom. Boo is a bottom. I actually don't know, but it doesn't matter. Ozos at the top of the track, still forcing his way through. Kings is trying to make the most out of the contact that Boo and Ozos are having and trying to take that position away. And now it's single file between Ozos, Boo, and Kings for the first time in quite some time. But that can change really quickly here at Daytona International Speedway. Boo again at the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make the bottom work. Here he comes at the bottom. Ozos high, Boo low. They make contact as they go into 3. Boo again, just trying to make that bottom line work. Kings is going to follow. So is Verstappen as well, with Shork as well. And here's Boo at the bottom again. It's just a tale as old as time at this point. Boo at the bottom. Ozos at the top. We've said this story a million times. Might as well be a broken record at this point because we keep repeating ourselves over and over again. It might as well be insanity. Trying to do the same thing over and over again, but get the same result. Is it going to be the same result for Shork as he forces it 3 wide on the front stretch? Boo and Shork, they make contact. They switch lanes. Not the most contact you want. And Boo and Shork, who, I mean, literally, Shork was nowhere to be found earlier on in this thing. He dominated early on, and then he kind of fell off a little bit, but now he finds himself in second, but now he's in a sandwich. Here comes Kings. Is Kings going to force his way at the bottom, try and make the move on Shork? It looks like he's not going to do so. Boo leads comfortably. Here comes Ozos at the bottom of the racetrack, trying to gain all that momentum at the bottom. He's going to try and force Boo to go at the top, which he's not used to. After all, he is a bottom. Ozos goes to the bottom of the racetrack and takes that position away. Here comes Boo at the top again. And they go really wide to the point they almost went to the road course portion of the track. That could have been really bad. And there goes Ozos down pit lane. Great entrance there from pit lane, and you know, you got to see, gonna get that fuel in the car. Very important to do that. Nice quick stop for him, but Boo is gonna lead this race right now with Kings and Shork. That's your top three, and then after that, it is none other Verstappen, Atomic, Skoij, Wanma, True, Tikwa. I don't pronounce it. Tekwa. I don't know. Midas, Freakies, Cyrax, and OP. And then all the way in the back with a different pitch strategy is the man himself, Ozos. So here comes Kings and Verstappen with Shork. Shork going to ride the top lane here. Try and make a move on Verstappen. Can't quite do so. Atomics goes a little wide. Scores at the bottom. These two have been going at it this entire race. It's been really enjoyable to watch. Skoij's going to force Shork to make a decision here. Shork at the top. Skoij at the bottom. You can see the speed that Kings has right now. We're going to see how this pit strategy plays off for them as we're on lap 51. Out of 100. Halfway through this race. Skoij leading the pack here at Daytona International Speedway. Another new leader here at the Super Speedway. Short going to go at the top. Verstappen at the bottom. True at the bottom. Wanma at the top. Atomics at the top. Now Wanma's going to go at the top lane here. Is he going to gain some rhythm there at the top of the racetrack and gain over to Short? No, he is not. Verstappen down pit lane now. Look at the gap Skoij now has over everyone. It is Skoij, True, Shork, Wanma, and Atomics. That's your top five at the moment. They still have to pit. And Short gets a bumper glitch off the back of the True machine. And here comes Skoij down pit lane. Wanma's down pit lane. Atomics is down pit lane. True and Shork are not going down pit lane yet. So they got a different strategy playing out here. We'll see how it works out for them. But here comes the other drivers that have already been on their pit cycle. How is it going to play out here? It's Ozos leading this pack. Look at this battle here. You got Ozos, Boo, Midas, Kings, and Tikwa, who forces it 4 wide on the front stretch. Wow. Tikwa is going to lead that pack. And here goes Short down pit lane. And True is going to lead this race now. And it's absolute chaos in the backstretch here. Almost 4 wide as Tikwa tried to send it. How is this pit cycle going to work out for Short? Is it going to pay off? Here they come down the front stretch. Tikwa gets a bumper coach on the back of Boo. Short still not in the car yet. Still fueling that car. And he's going to be with this pack here in the back with Verstappen, Cyrax, and Atomics. And here's True down pit lane. How is this going to pay off for the leader? Now you got Boo at the bottom. I've said that a million times today, but he's loved the bottom of the track where the apron is. And I can't blame him. It's a very quick spot on the track, and it's completely legal too, so good on him for that. But here comes True. True, where is he going to be off pit lane? He's going to need a good stop. Trying to field the car all the way as they're going up and over. Boo flies right into the pit exit. It's absolute chaos. He just Kevin LePage the field. I don't know how in the world they kept it green there, but that was absolute chaos. And now it is Ozos leading once again here at Daytona International Speedway on lap 56. Midas and Tiqua as well right there with him. And Tiqua, something is wrong. He dropped all the way to the back there. Trying to get in line maybe? I don't know. Maybe saving some fuel? I do not know. And there's a caution. That's why. Sabu has been DNF from this race. Really unfortunate for Boo, who was at the bottom the whole day today. Corcoran again here at Daytona. After what was a crazy turn of events there that brought out the caution. Scored down the inside of the bottom of the apron. Midas trying to force it forward wide. He makes the move at the top of the racetrack. Lap 64 out of 100. Scored to the bottom of the racetrack. Midas at the top. True at the top. Short going to go a little bit on the inside there. Tiqua going to go at the bottom again. He's making contact with Short. They're going back and forth. What are they doing? Kings goes to the top. Tiqua goes to the bottom. Short goes to the middle. Scored to the bottom, taking the lead comfortably. Ozo's also there with Midas. Are they going to make a move for the lead? Reminder, Boo has been DNF from this race. His car literally glitched out of the track. Three abreast as they go into one. It is Midas, Atomics, all the way in the back here. You can see that. You then have Ozos and the man himself, Squidge. Loki mixed up Atomics or Squidge because they have the same color. It is what it is. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Three abreast as they go out of four. Is Tiqua trying to force it four wide? He does so, and somehow, some way, they keep it green. Oh, I spoke too soon. Or I did not speak too soon. They kept it green. I don't know what Tiqua was thinking there in that situation, but he just tried to force it. And it didn't quite work. Okay, well, we're good. We're back. My controller is charging. That's good. It died, of course. So we love that. Atomics goes flying into the air. He's going to be back with Verstappen and Freakies now. True gets a bumper glitch. Short gets a bumper glitch. Freakies gets a bumper glitch. And Cyrus gets a bumper glitch. It's a domino effect at this point. Squidge at the bottom. It is Oz trying to take the lead from Squidge here. And here comes Tiqua at the top of the racetrack, trying to force the 3 wide again here at Daytona. Verstappen being very aggressive. Trying to force Atomics wide. Oh, this is going to be chaos. Oh, no. How did they just switch lanes? I don't know how in the world that works, but okay. And here comes Ozos through the middle, down the back stretch he goes. He takes the lead here at Daytona. A great move from Ozos. And look at this absolutely incredible battle we got in the back here between Verstappen and Atomics. Oh, Lord, that was close. Wama down pit lane. Tiqua goes to the top of the racetrack. It is the man himself, Ozos, leading comfortably here on lap 70. And Tiqua going to go to the top of the racetrack, and he's going to take the lead. What a move by Tiqua to take the lead here at Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 500. And here they go down pit lane. It is the man himself, Ozos, who led a lot of laps in this one so far. Going down pit lane. Great stop. Great grab. Beautiful. We'd love to see that. Look at this absolute margin you got here there on Team K's. Obviously a lap traffic car, so it's unfortunate for him, but Tiqua's loving this. Is what I would say if we were racing on circuits. Because for Tiqua, that's dirty air, and you don't want that. Because Midas right here can gain on him, and Squidge True, and Kings almost went 3 wide as they went down the front stretch. Again, look at this. You got a car on the flag stand, which is crazy to think about. Crazy to see in the first place. And it's Tiqua, Midas, Squid, Kings, True, and Atomics. And Freaky and Verstappen still going at it. 3 wide with Cyrax as well. And TMK, who I think is a lap car, is causing chaos right now. And here goes Freaky's down pit lane as well. Tiqua's in pit lane as well. A lot of drivers already fueling here on these green flag pit stops. And you got Midas, TMK, who is an imposter among us. Or a polar bear in Arlington, Texas, I'd say. Lap 76 out of 100 here at Daytona International Speedway. And right now, it is comfortably the man himself, True, leading this race. You got True, Verstappen, and Shork. True comfortably leading this pack of drivers. You got Verstappen and Shork as well. That's your top 3 at the moment. Still have to have some pit stops as well. So this race is far from over. It's lap 78. Got some lap traffic as well in front of you. And here comes Verstappen at pit lane. He needs a good stop as well. And again, I mean, you look at what we're seeing right now. It really has been True just absolutely flying right now. But again, pit stops will come down to what we are talking about here. Lap 79, coming to 20 to go here. It would have been the last lap this time around. Here comes True down pit lane. It would have been the last lap this time around if we were racing in the Nationwide Series, but we are racing in the Cup Series, of course, so that plays a little bit more of a factor into this thing. True down pit lane, going to get the fuel in the car. Is it going to be good enough? Here comes the pack of cars. It is the man himself, Ozo's leading the pack with Wanma, OP as well, and then Tiqua. Then you got Midas, Atomic, Cyrax, Kings, Freakies, Verstappen, and Squidge. How is True going to pair up with these guys? Is he going to be in this pack of cars? He's going to lead the second pack. So Ozos goes back to lead here at Daytona International Speedway. And the domino effect goes into the Wanma machine. And then into the OP machine. And then all the way to Tiqua. 20 laps to go at Daytona International Speedway. But here comes Ozos down pit lane. This strategy has not played out for him, that's for sure. Not even going to be with the pack at all. He's not there for too long, and I think it really cost him here. But we'll see how it plays out. He's praying for a caution at this point. But right now, everybody's single file. And it is currently, if I'm not mistaken, Wanma leading this race. Yes, Wanma leads at Daytona International Speedway. Wanma trying to pull away from OP, but it's not going to work out. $18 laps to go, and here they come down pit lane. Wanma, OP, and Tiqua down pit lane they go. And here comes the True Machine, who's leading that pack. He's going to retake the lead here at Daytona International Speedway. An outstanding run from True. He's just had so much pace, so much quickness. Give him all the credit he deserves. He's done such a great job today. Midas down the inside, though, at the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make the move into 3. Can he do so? Can't quite do it. True at the top, Midas at the bottom. Midas is going to take the lead. He's going to go for the block as well, and True, a very good move. It would not surprise me if some of these drivers are saving fuel for the end here. You got 16 laps to go here at Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 500. True running the apron, so is Midas. Midas goes a little high at the top of the track. True at the bottom. A great battle for the lead here. But here comes the other pack of cars. Atomic, Cyrax, Kings, Freakies, and Verstappen, as well as Squidge. And Verstappen goes wide. In fact, he was sideways as they went into 3. Squidge goes sideways, and he loses all that ground that he gained. And TMK trying to get in the midst of this, but lap car, remember that. We'll see if he races them like he's actually on the lead lap. It is currently Midas leading this Grand Prix over True. 85 laps in, 100 laps need to be complete for this thing to be over. And Midas is trying to turn the track gold. And that's a caution. Is that a caution? Got it. Sorry. Well, this caution has really turned this race on its head. 88 laps in. You got 12 to go, and it's going to be 11 to go at the line. Going great in this lap? We're good, we're good. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 10 laps to go on the Daytona 500. Who will win it? True and Shork on the front row. Here comes OP, trying to force it to the top of the racetrack. 3 abreast out of 2. True at the top. OP in the middle. Shork at the bottom of the racetrack. They're 3 abreast, back-to-back rows. Tiqua goes a little wide, makes the move, though. Oh, God. And Shork just leading the field right now. 9 laps to go in Daytona. And Kings goes into the safer barrier. Keeps it going, though. Midas, who at one point was leading this Grand Prix, finds himself all the way in 5th. He's still right there to win this thing. It's still far from over as Kings and Ozos drop all the way to the back. And Tiqua and Skoyes goes up and over. Skoyes keeps going. There are 3 abreast here as well between True, OP, and Verstappen. Shork forces it. Shork goes sideways, keeps it green. Cyrax also keeps it green as well. And look at this battle down the back stretch they go. True, OP, Verstappen, Shork, and Atomics. And Shork goes sideways. Down the back stretch they go. Ozos somehow keeps the car on his foot. And my lord, Wama goes flying into the safer barrier. They're 4 wide out of 4. Tiqua, Cyrax, absolute chaos. Cyrax hit the slow speed boost. An absolute nightmare for the Cyrax machine. Or I think he's fine now. Never mind, we're good. And Ozos leads the race now, which is unbelievable. He's got a comfortable lead, but again, True and Verstappen are going to make a move here. You can see it. It's going to happen at any second here. You have to be very careful if you're Ozos. You got one at the top, you got one at the bottom. You got to be very careful. Just make sure you know there's a guy right there. Because you turn, that race could be over in seconds. And that goes for any driver. At the top, it goes sideways into the wall. And now it's OP, Ozos. Verstappen now going to force it on the inside. Goes to the bottom of the apron. Tries to make the move. Trying to force his way through. Is it going to work? It looks like it will do so. And Verstappen will take the lead. 5 to go at Daytona. Caution is out. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be 2 to go at the line. Never mind, it's going to be 3 to go. Because remember, 100 is a lap. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 laps to go in the Daytona 500. It all comes down to this. OP goes a little high. Ozos goes low. Verstappen Kings. The big one at Daytona could happen. And it does not happen there. Kings keeps it green and clean. They're 4 abreast as they go out of 2. It's absolute chaos. Tikwe and Voitza goes absolutely bunkers. Verstappen somehow, some way, kept it going. They were sideways down the backstretch, and now they go out of 4. It is the man himself, Ozos, who has been absolutely incredible this weekend. Trying to ride the high line, and Shork is running the low line. To the most bottom part of the track he goes. Absolutely incredible what we're seeing right now. Ozos is on top of another car. Freakus goes flying into the air. Wama trying to win here at Daytona International Speedway for the 500. Trying to get one of the crown jewels here. As we come to the white flag. 1 lap to go in the Daytona 500. Verstappen leads. Here comes Wanma at the bottom of the track. Atomics is low as well in the apron. True at the top as well. Verstappen and Wanma side by side. But here comes Atomics at the bottom of the racetrack. They make a ton of contact between Verstappen and Wanma. Atomics low, Wanma high. Verstappen goes high as well. Cyrex, Tequa, and Midas making a ton of contact. It's going to be a photo finish to the line. It's Atomics, Wanma, side by side. They're still going at it in the back, but it's not going to matter. It's Wanma, Atomics. Atomics wins the 2025 FSCRA Daytona 500. Wow. Holy moly guacamole.